I'm waiting to see if I'm online. I think I'm online. Who knows? Oh, yes. My good friend Detriment. So I need to make some decisions. I have colors. I don't. If the camera's over there, it's not going to come out good. You're not going to be able to see the colors, but the easiest one would be a neon. We have orange. We have blue. And we have camouflage. And we have black and white. Ooh, navy. I love navy. Navy blue is one of my favorite colors. Blue is my favorite color. So we have to decide what we are going to do. Choices. Yeah. But in the meantime, we do have three other pieces to finish. So we're going to work on that. Let's see which one. Oh, Detriment says choices are fun. Uh, as Chris Rock said, a man is as only faithful as his options. Is that really true? I was saying earlier about power. What is power? By the way, these are all about the same length. This lighting must be horrible because it's coming from an angle. Is it horrible? But if I take it away, am I in the shade? Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it's totally shaded. I'm not even in the right camera. That's horrible. Oh my god. Navy blue and the lighter blue, or Detachment says navy blue and the lighter blue, or the neon and the light blue. I must have missed something. Let's see. Ellie said, Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Thank you, Ellie. I agree. So you think the navy blue and the lighter blue, right? Those two would be like an accent. And then I would use the black. So these would be, if we do a five string again, these two could be the middle parts maybe, and then black as a border. Maybe. It's an interesting idea. Hold on. Channelist Claire said, Happy Pride Month. Detriment says that at Eli, Happy Men's Mental Health Month to you too! Exclamation mark. Ellie said at Detriment, I'm a girl, but of course. Very well. Detriment says, sending good vibes and safety anyways. I agree. So I'll take some deep breaths. We'll send good vibes and good energy out to the world. Amen. Okay, so we have to pick one that we're going to start working on. Which one is the shortest? They're about the same. Maybe the red, white, and blue. This one is a black background with red, white, and blue as the accents. It's very pretty in honor of the 250th. I think I'm going to do more July 4th stuff themed until after that we'll have to figure out something else. I love the idea of themes. Together, you and I, says to at channelist.claire. Happy Pride Month! Exclamation mark. Lots of love. You know, I heard lots of love was the original definition of LOL. Definition is not the right word, but you understand my meaning. And that laugh out loud somehow transmogrified into that? I don't know. I'm just making up words as I go along, so maybe that's not true. Maybe it is. Detriment says to at channelist.claire, Happy Pride. Hearts, hearts, hearts. So let's tighten this one down here. Oh, it needed a tightening. It was loose. What else was? Oh, yes. I was going to talk to you guys about the definition of power. What is power? Why is money power? You know, they say that, right? Money is power, right? And they say that, what else do they say is power? They say knowledge is power, right? Why do they say knowledge is power and money is power? Because the definition of power is the ability to get someone to do something that they wouldn't have normally done. So money, you can get people to do things, and knowledge. And that's why both of those are power. And this related to something else that we were talking about, but I forgot about it a long time ago. If you didn't notice, I do get distracted. So, how long is this? Where is our, oh, this one here. Now that I would like. Like, I like this. I like that color. That's really pretty. It's got red and white accents with not navy blue. It's definitely not navy blue. Is that navy blue? That's navy blue for sure. This blue is not. Gabe said, Gabe Itch says, "Water we are making a lanyard keychain." Mr. or Miss Gabe Itch. We are making a lanyard keychain out of paracord, 550 paracord, and we have taken the guts out of it, the white filament on the inside. We remove that and we wrap it around a D ring, and then we start stitching. And we're doing a barrel stitch or a sphere, and it creates these kind of a double helix. I'm really sorry about the lighting and the camera. It's really horrible, but we're going to have to live with it until the next break. After the next break, I promise you I'll fix it. Gabich says, very neat. Thank you, Gabich. Why are you crying? Don't cry. Jesus says, weenie beanie. Chris Nako says, this is amazing, unironic auditorial relaxation content. Welcome. Thank you for saying that, um, Gabe, because, Chris, pardon me, Chris dash Nako. Nako. KRIS-NAKO. Thank you for saying that, because that is the name of the channel. I should introduce myself. Welcome to an evening with ASM Arts and Crafts. ASMR Arts and Crafts. We appreciate your attendance. We thank you for joining us. Mr. Chuckles, what's the weight limit on that carabiner? Very good question. Not to be used as a proper carabiner. It says here in quite obvious embalsing, not embalming, that's for sure. It's not definitely to embalse it. I forgot they stamped it in there. It says not for climbing, so no weight limit whatsoever. It's a keychain. This is meant for a keychain, Mr. Chuckles. Dan Neal says, wait, I think we went to high school together. Are you from Woodland Hills, Daniel? We went to high school together. Oh my God, no way, dude. How has it been? Daniel, you have a picture. I thought it was a cat, but it's really tiny. Let me take a look here. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where did damn Neil go? Damn Neil, I'm losing you. Here we are. He said yes. We went to high school together. That's awesome. I hope life has treated you well. And now here I am on TikTok doing ASMR. Unbelievable. And making lanyard keychains. And feeling very embarrassed at the moment. and not looking at myself on camera. I cannot open a profile here right now because I don't know how to use this software. So I'm just gonna check you out later and take your word for it. Vanessa says your butt plugs are arriving soon. Vanessa, this is a wholesome chat. Okay, please keep it PG-13, not NC-17 or any other illicit ratings. Thank you. This is a family orientated stream. Wicked Wiener says, that's crazy. Ash says, why? Oh, goodness. Am I never going to live this down? This is a new thing that I look like. Ugh, yuck. Ash says, why is Jeffrey Epstein going on TikTok Live? That's a good question. Wicked Wiener says, small world. Detriment says, trolls can make a swift exit to the therapy building. Thank you, Detriment. Zayden Kirkbride, I agree with you. Zayden Kirkbride says, shut, asterisk. Angelino says, at detriment, very well said, sir. Thank you, detriment, for having our back. We appreciate it. But it's okay. I practice radical acceptance. I accept people for who they are. You know, got to use that Aikido and no, I don't know any Aikido actually, but um, I believe you should accept people for who they are. I believe that you should set your line and enforce it. I think you should, you live on your own terms. Don't let people take advantage of you know. And I've been around the block. You can't BS a BSer, you know what I mean? You don't end up on TikTok live making making lanyards and doing ASMR videos because whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Nuke Me Daddy says preach. Nuke Me Daddy says accept me for my nukes. Oi, we are just chat is going crazy today. Detriment says I'd be deleting the troll comments if I could. It's irritating to watch them spam. And Artistically Bored says, man, what is that you're making? It looks sick and genuinely interested how you do it. Artistically Bored, thank you. Uh, Detriment, they should really like not allow spam. Why does TikTok even allow it? It's ridiculous. This is a paracord keychain made out of paracord, 550 cord, and I take the guts out of it and I turn it into these different shapes. You have the round shape, and the more strings I add, the more kind of like unusual the pattern emerges. And you drop your reading glasses, and you start out with something small. You start out with a circular shape with a 2-string or a square shape or 3-string. I'm just dropping everything, guys. Shocking, I know that I would be completely distracted. Um, not distracted, but like like completely scatterbrained. Um, so if you do a 2-string with a square pattern, and that's just like the strings just go one over another, over, under, over, under, and they just go one next to each other. The strings are parallel essentially, and then parallel, and then con, what's that word? When two things intersect. Not congruent. Oh, what's that word? Anyways, make myself look dumber in public. And then you have 3-string perpendicular. I think the word I was looking for is perpendicular. But then you have 3-string and a barrel pattern, and I'm kind of more into the barrel spherical pattern than I am. This is a 5-string. This is dope. I love this one. It's like got a galaxy on the inside and like red, like a fiery tomato red on the outside with a black border. And they take a long time, as you can see. I'm doing it like I started these. I started these 3 days ago. Let's see here. Nuke me daddy. That look hard R. As AF. It is. It's not easy to make them. I like those that emoji with the eyes, Nuke me daddy. I use that. Nate the underscore great. Do you have a jig or is that all manual? It's 100% manual, Nate. I do it all in my fingers and my hands. And thank you, Dad. I crack my knuckles. I crack every knuckle and then I crack every joint. And it feels really nice. But I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to say that I have limits. You know what I mean? You shouldn't say that you have limits, but you're never going to know what your limits are until you push them. And I guarantee you that you don't know your limits, that you are way stronger and tougher and able to withstand so much more than you have and that you think you are. The the mind is much weaker than the body. Okay. So yeah, to answer your question, Nate the Great, no jig. Chillax dot Michael dot says intertwine. Artistically bored. That's incredible. Didn't even know this was a thing. I'm gonna look how to do this up. Seems fun. So you learned this sort of thing, artistically bored, in Gabby. Oh my God, Gabby. I love that name so much. Gabby is amazing and is back, and we will be reading her chats in a second. Is it Gabrielle or Gabriella? I'm dying to know. You don't have to put it in the chat. Don't even tell me. Let me just make it up. Artistically bored. I learned to make these in summer camp, and I don't know where you are, but around here in the States, there's a chain called Michael's Arts and Crafts, and I think you can probably get them at any arts and crafts store, not the paracord. What I used to use when I was in summer camp as a child was nylon strings. We would use these very colorful nylon strings, and if you watch me, I explain it as I'm doing it, and I will very happily teach you exactly how to do it. And I think some of the tricks are just paying attention to when you're pulling it really tightly, especially with the nylon so it doesn't rip and so everything looks nice. And then paying attention that your strings don't get twisted. That's when it becomes a pain. Everybody, sip. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. You're amazing. Where should I put this? I'll put it right here. So yeah, it is fun. And Nuke Me Daddy says, pretty neat. And Stacy EEEYYY underscore 19 says, hey, I'm making cookies. Should I use cookie dough or real dough? Of course, cookie dough. What do you mean? Real dough is like bread dough. What do you mean by that? Or do you mean like the stuff you buy in the store cookie dough, or should you make your own cookie dough? I mean, making cookie dough is easy, and I've done it. I used to be in cooking school and baking school before 2020. I was in professional baking and cooking school in downtown LA, and I moved to downtown, and then COVID happened, and everything shut down, and then no more cooking school. But I did learn how to bake and cook pretty well, um, at a pretty good level for a home chef. I'm not a chef at all, but I'm decent in the kitchen and I enjoy it. For me, cooking is relaxing. Cooking for me is like the same as doing these. Like it's very relaxing to do this stuff. So I would recommend either one, whatever easier for you. If you don't mind making your own cookie dough, that's going to be better. Fresh is best. Always, always, always. So the stuff you get in the store might be good, but it's just not fresh, and it's different. Once you know the difference, once you've tasted it, you'll know the difference, and you'll want it fresh. Gabby says, I came back. Yes, you did, Gabby. Gabby Gaboosh. Thank you so much for coming back, Gabby. We missed you, and we're so happy that you're here. And we really, 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 really appreciate it. Madeline Stevens says, Hey, Poppy. He says, Hey, Poppy is wild. Yes, Madeline Stevens. Madeline Stevens says, Nuke Me Daddy with your username. Nuke Me Daddy says, But can you withstand a nuke? And then his eyes are looking this way, like, oh, like Roger Rabbit eyes, or whatever. I think Madeline can probably withstand a nuke. But this is a PG-13 stream, guys. Keep it wholesome. The vibe, the vibe is wholesome. All right, you can get smut. You can get um, deviant, illicit, um, provocative content anywhere. You don't have to come here to get it. What I want you to get here is just peace and relaxation and maybe something interesting, mildly. Probably not. I think my stream is just going to be about nothing. But I'm glad you're here. And I'm honored to have anybody. I don't even want to look to see who's looking. I'm honored to have anybody watch me make these. It's crazy to me. I just can't believe people would watch it. But I, I ran some experiments. Like I went out to Starbucks and I made these. And really, like anytime when I made these as a kid or made these in the past, people were always interested to see what I was doing. And making them, to answer your question earlier about making them on your own, making them out of the paracord versus the nylon, you can order online. I'm sure TikTok Shop probably has them as well. Somebody's selling the raw material. You buy these, and you can get the black I like is the border because there's a lot of it. Next time, I will get a black that has a little bit thicker, thinner material. If you were to feel the material of the accent colors, they're a little bit thinner. Still incredibly strong. I can't rip them. They're still considered paracord, but paracords do come in different thickness. And the black that I've been using is great, but is just a little bit thicker than I would like. Because if it was just a hair thinner, if it was as thin as, if it was the same as the colorful paracords, the accent colors that I'm using, these would be just a little bit tighter, a little bit thinner, a little bit more compact. I don't know. It would be different. Maybe I wouldn't like it. Maybe I'm going to try it and I'm going to be like, oh no, I like the other one better. Nuke Me Daddy said, at Madeline Stevens, shh. K1 Low says, the mind is. Where'd you go, K1 Low? When I scroll, I think it's doing like multiple lines at a time. It's making me mental, guys. It's making me absolutely crazy. Oh my God, stop it. Stop it. Oh, it's so annoying. Stop with the Jeffrey Epstein, guys. That's really annoying. I do not look like Jeffrey Epstein. That is insane. You are out of your mind. You probably say that to everyone in every single chat. I swear to God. I wouldn't mind having all his billions, but whatever. Um, Bunny says, I like your voice. Thank you, Bunny, so much. K1 Low said, the mind is much weaker than the body. I'll remember that. Thank you, K1 Low. Madeline Stevens said, at Nuke Me Daddy, with a little laughing emoji and a emoji. You guys are flirting. Are we getting a love connection in the chat? Are we going to have a chat wedding? Dun, 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 dun. Let's see what else we have here, guys. Bunny, thank you so much for your compliments. Really, it means a lot. And I am super self-conscious doing this. I really, I like doing it a lot, but I cannot acknowledge that people are watching. And yeah, so thank you so much for your compliments because they make me feel really good. Um, Nuke Me Daddy says, at K1 Low, I'm weak. Nuke Me Daddy said, weak at the knees. Courtney Lola One. She said, can I see what you are making up close? Yes, you can. This is a paracord lanyard. Just popped my knee. It felt amazing. It is made out of paracord, and we have a black base, and we have the multicolored accents on the outside, and it has 4 strings, one in the middle, 5 strings. Sorry. It has 5 strings. One in the middle, the black one, and then 4 across. Or you could say 1 across and 4 in the middle, depending on how you look at it, right? So let's just say 4 in the middle since it makes a little bit more sense looking at it from this perspective. It has a 1 across and it has 4 in the middle. And on the outside middle has these 2 colorful ones and then the black in the center. And when you like this thing is about an inch to an inch and a little bit over an inch across. And it's a really dense. When I pull each stitch, when I pull each stitch, I'm so sorry about the lighting. After the next break, the lighting will improve because I will reconfigure this. This is an idiotic way to do it. If you can see the top of the lanyard, I cannot believe someone that I went to high school with was watching this. Oh my God. Don't look. If you can see the top of the lanyard, that's what it looks like. And since I'm doing a barrel, a spherical double helix sort of pattern, you just go diagonally across. You take the one long one across and it goes diagonal. So it crosses the other one. If you, what you'll end up doing is you won't be paying attention and you'll go straight across. You won't go diagonal and cross it. You'll go straight next to it and you'll just be stitching away, stitch to stitch. And then you'll look at it and the whole thing changes direction. And you're like, oh, I screwed up. And you're like 4 stitches in. And if you're me, 4 stitches took you a while. It's devastating. So, Courtney Lola 1, to answer your question, that is what we're doing here. Making lanyard keychains. Nuke Me Daddy says, okay, stay handsome. Oh my God. Have a wonderful day. Nuke Me Daddy, thank you so much. You are too kind. Gabby, you did not miss a lot. You were right on time. Anytime you were here is exactly when you were supposed to be here. Someone with a ribbon says, hi, Daddy. Guys, this is a wholesome stream. Okay. We are not going to be that. Mr. Ribbon says, are you Mr. VH? No, I am not Mr. VH. I don't even know who Mr. VH is. Fitz says, Gatorade is goated. What is your favorite Gatorade? I love the blue one and the red one and sometimes the yellow. But I think the blue one the most. And I get 0. What did I get here? I'm sure it was the blue one. This is Gatorade Zero, and it was Glacier Freeze. So I think that was the white one, which is more of a newer. That's Zoomer Gatorade, not my Gatorade. My Gatorade I grew up with just had tons of sugar, and it was yellow, or it was the red one. I think I probably have. Mr. Bowtie Ribbon says Jeffrey Epstein. Thank you so much. Yes, we're aware. Fitz says hello. Detriment says at Gabby, just a lot of trolling, but it's still going on, it seems. S&P says your voice is also relaxing. Gabby says Detriment, hey. And TY says this man is TY. Stop it. What are you doing? TY, stop. Oh my god. Hopefully you guys, I didn't just step on my microphone. TY, I can't believe you said that. I'm going to pretend like I didn't read that. But thank you very, very much. Detriment says, hey girl. And then we have sir. And then we have, Artie, you need to stop. I can feel the viewers. What are you talking about? Detriment, stop it. What are you talking about? Detriment said, Artie, you need to stop. I can feel the viewers' mouths watering through the screen. Detriment, I'm not doing anything. I don't know what you are talking about. Someone with Asian writing, Oriental writing said they farted. That's nice. Please, guys, let's keep it classy in the chat. Blaine plus Lizzie says something I can't read, and thanks. Chippy Dippy Dopey Doop says, holy noise cancellation. Is it bad? Should I turn noise cancellation on? Because I turned it off. I think when the room is quiet, I need to have it off to be able to get the best out of this microphone. But when I've been in noisier places, I've had I've listened to the replay, and it was like unlistenable. I would have had to turn the volume all the way down. I don't know. I hope it sounds good. Flip says, "Do people really pay you those ridiculous high prices?" Yes, Flip, they do. That sounds to me like maybe you want me to do a flash sale, Flip. I would be very happy if you would get a lanyard keychain, and it would be my honor to do a flash sale for you. Is there a particular color that you are interested in? Brian Tanner says, "You sound like a pilot." Do I? Which one should we do, guys? Should we do that? This one here? I think we'll do a flash sale on this one. We will do a flash sale for, let me scroll up again to make sure I read your name correctly. Was that Chippy Dippy? I think, no, it was Flip. Flip, for you, we are doing a flash sale on this lanyard keychain. It's 5 inches long. It's 5 strings. It has the black one across. It has four in the middle and sparkly blue. It's really beautiful. It's red. If you put this on your keys, if you put this on your keychain, like so, and it'll walk around, people are gonna be like, "Oh, where in that? What?" And it will last forever. And yeah, let's do a flash sale. All right, guys. Flash sale it is. Just for Flip. Flip flipped. It's starting in four, three, two, one, zero. Just for Flip. We are flipping a flash sale, but that's about as flashy as we're gonna get. Okay, let me see here. Brian Tanner says you sound like a pilot. At Flip, if what you mean is, do people like products that will actually hold up long term? Then yes, exactly. Detriment is correct. Tristan Twiston says, I think he's reading a different chat. Am I Tristan? Are we Twiston? Brian Tanner says, are you a mountain climber? I'm not. I do like hiking though, and I have climbed a mountain, but I am not a mountain climber. Spidey says, age is but a number, Spidey. I am thousands of years old. I am just like you. I am a child of God. And just like you, the kingdom of heaven lies within. You are infinite. Spidey says, quotations. Alaskan 907 says, Palm Beach Pete. Spidey says, pushing it. What are we pushing? Oh, are you calling me old? That's an honor. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tristan, what Mandela effects are you affected by? What is a Mandela effect? I know I've heard that, but I don't know what it means. Green Creator says, when he looked at that camera, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I hope it's a good thing. JJ says, ridiculous blue waffles. Ha 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 ha. What are you talking about, JJ? Oh, are you spamming? Should we block people for being doing nonsense in the chat? I feel like it's TikTok's job. Like, why would TikTok allow people to do nonsense? It can't last very long. MN says octopuses have 3 hearts. All right, detriment knows. Detriment is wise. There you go. We will do our best to monitor the chat. We want the chat to be a fun place that everyone goes to just hang out and It is my honor that you guys would ever want to come and watch me make these lanyards and make ASMR videos and hang out all night long. I think it's going to take me like 2 or 3 days more to fully form as a vampire. And then I will be able to stay up all night long and have some kind of routine and not feel like a zombie like I did all day today. And then said, octopi have 3 hearts. Octopuses have 3 hearts, do they? That's insane. Tristan Twiston says, like my mom remembers the Berenstein Bears effect. Oh, yes. I forgot. That is the Mandela. So that's one of them. Berenstein versus Baron Stern or some BS. Tristan says, but it's never been that. It's always been Berenstain. I would bet on my life that in my when I had books, Berenstein Bears, that it was Berenstein, not Berenstain. But I don't think I have any left. I have some things from my childhood, like some. I was obsessed with Garfield. I have Garfield. I have this amazing. I don't. Do I still have it? I don't know. When I was little, I had this comforter, this blanket. I love that we call blankets comforters because they comfort you. That's why. So I had this blanket with trains and cars, and I had a bunch of Garfields, and you knew if I was sick because I would take my blanket and my Garfield, and I would go down to the television, and I would just like get on the couch and get sick. When I was born, I was a sickly child. The reason I have this voice, it's crazy, guys. You don't understand the way everything works for a reason. Hold on. Detriment, you got my attention. If you get to the point of having spam happen more often, consider having a moderator or chat filter. Thank you. Um, when I was born, I was what's called a tracheal esophageal fistula, TE fistula. And so I had a 12-hour surgery on my second day of life, and I had a 8 or 9 hour surgery on my third day of life. And that's how I got this voice. But it didn't even stop me. Like I went to the army. It didn't stop me from doing anything. Eventually I grew out of all of it, but I had this voice when I was 7 years old. Imagine trying to call a girl's house with this voice, and you're a child, and her parents answer the phone, and they're like, "Why is this adult calling my child?" It's very awkward. Hmm. Okay, guys. Flash sale is going to end in 4 minutes and 32 seconds. And in the meantime, we are working on this hot pink number, but this is the one that we did for Flip. We put on the flash sale. Should call it the space keychain with that bright red. It's like tomato red, and it comes with a kind of like fabulous metallic purple pinkish D ring, and it's like 5+ inches long. What is that, like 13 centimeters, something like that? And it's really nice. It will last you forever. I am very, very, very interested in the experimentation that's going to happen with spraying these with a clear coat. That might not work, and then again, it might. And then I want to know how long is it going to last? Is it going to rub off? If it rubs off, like I'll experiment. I'll spray it, and then I'll wear it around for a while and see. And if it doesn't rub off, then I'll be happy with it. And if it makes it really shiny, if it makes it shiny, that has a potential to like make this exponentially cooler. Because obviously it's not very shiny right now. Is it big? Somebody who has the name of an emoji that I can't really see. I'm sorry. You said, is it big? If you mean the keychain, it's 5 inches long when it gets finished. It's 5 inches long and it's like over an inch wide, and they're really hard because every stitch is like tight, tight, tight. Every stitch that I do is super tight, and I make sure each one is perfect. There's nothing twisting. Everything looks exactly the same. There's nothing twisting, weird, out of place. You wouldn't get one of my keychains and be like, "Oh, what? That looks messed up." No. And yeah, they're all going to be around a little bit 5 inches. Detriment says, I want to know how that spray coat works too. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Absolutely. Everybody, you are going to know, and everyone else as well. But yes, I'm very excited about that because I think if it has a glossiness to it, like this, like the bracelet. When I shine this up, which by the way, if you don't know how to shine your silver, just take a cloth and take toothpaste and just smear it around, and just smear, 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 and rub, and it will get really shiny. And then rinse it off with water. I don't know why toothpaste works, but it does. And why do I know that? I have an enormous amount of useless information in my brain. But anyway, so this thing kind of glints in the sun or in the light, and it's really cool, and I love it. And if that kind of a glinty effect happens with these things, that will look really awesome. Detriment says if it turns out glossy, that would definitely look good on the more bright colors. Exactly, Detriment. 100%. 100%. In regard to chat, I will moderate it and I will keep it, you know, peaceful and fun and everything. And then I also just want to kind of keep it free and loose at the same time. I think it'll be okay. We'll work it. It will work itself out. But if I have to, I will definitely block people. Like, nobody should be spamming. I hate spam. It's annoying. You're 100% right. Totally interrupts the flow. Anyways, so we're going to do another stitch here. We have another 45 seconds on. Oh, let me turn the. Okay, so I'm going to turn the. I think I just turned on the notification sound for chat, so it'll get my attention. No, no, that's the sound of my voice. That's actually the sound of the stream. That's not that. I wanted to be able to know what's happening. Oh, see, here we are. We have a spammer. Bye. Dan the man. Dan the man got blocked forthwith. Right quick. You like that detriment? We were on that, huh? Alright, guys, so we're going to start another stitch here. So there's no like audio notification for this chat, I guess. Allow comments, filter flagged. Yeah. Review community flags. Sure, whatever. Entire live. Yep. Live. Okay, good. What's the. Okay, I think we just improved. Why, thank you, my dear. Detriment said that was perfect. I said, thank you so much. Dan Twin Turbo said, too many spasms. I agree. What is going on? Why are they attacking my chat? Especially these people who think that I resemble JE. Oh my god. But I don't consider that quite spam yet. They're just trying to get under my skin. And it's so working. Oh my god, I'm devastated. I'm never going to recover. Can you imagine? What if Jeffrey Epstein really was on TikTok and was trying to make lanyards and scam people like into not thinking that he was not Jeffrey Epstein? That would be insane. Mofo, you're about to get by. Let's see. Mm, Dan Twin says, Danton Turbo says, so what are you making? I'm making this. I'm making a lanyard keychain, 5 strings made out of paracord with the guts removed, stitched one at a time, very tightly, in a diagonal pattern, crisscrossing, and then stitched and pulled and perfected and made sure that nothing is twisted or weird, and it just looks really pretty. And it's a keychain. And that is what we are making, Dan Twin Turbo. We nuked Mofo quite quickly. Leave It to Butler said, ooh, that's rad. Thank you, Leave It to Butler. You are too kind. I agree. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Dan Twin Turbo. That's a tongue twister, Dan Twin Turbo. How long have you been doing that? I first made these when I was a little kid in summer camp. Just looking to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. So, decades. A very, very long time. Detriment says, it is so satisfying to watch the messages abruptly stop. Oh, good. I'm glad. I agree. I don't know why they insist on it. What do you get out of spamming someone's chat for? Or is it just to ruin someone's experience? I don't understand it. And let's see here. Leave it to Butler says, if you say his name 5 times fast, is it considered verbal spamming? No. Oh, Dan Twin Turbo? No. You tell me. I mean, am I spamming your ears? Dan Twin Turbo says that's an exercise in enunciation, which I'm not good at enunciating. I have a marble mouth if you haven't noticed. Dan Twin Turbo says it's too ruined. It's too ruined their phone or computer. Dan says no, it just helps me. You're somewhat promoting my name. LOL, yeah. Leave it to Butler says spamming with calming conversation. The S in ASMR stands for spamming. Did we get all the chats? We got all the chats. Yeah, they go one stitch at a time. We have 3 of these that are in the hopper that we're working on. Dan Twin Turbo. I'm really good at saying your name now. We have 3 that we're working on. We have this really beautiful, colorful one. I'm always about to put my keychains in my coffee. It's not supposed to work that way. We have this one. And we have this one. It's a little different. And we have this one. And that's what we're working on right now. And plus, you can go to the TikTok shop and you can see all the others. As far as 5 strings, because of our good friend Detriment, we are low. We are on a short supply of 5 strings. We only have, do we really? Wow. I only have 2 that are finished. Detriment took the rest. Oh my god. Detriment, thank you so much. You're amazing. Unbelievable. So let's tighten this one down and we will start another stitch. And our goal is the same goal as yesterday, which is to finish these 3 and to get them up. Dan Twin Turbo. Okay, here we are. Detriment says, I snatched them all. Oops, yes, you did. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, you did. Incredible. That other one is going out tomorrow after I wake up. Oh my god. I streamed all night last night. I streamed until like 5 or 6 or something. It was crazy. Did I just screw up? No, I didn't. I always want to double check because if you keep stitching and stitching after you've made a mistake and you haven't noticed, it just takes that much longer to undo everything. So you can save yourself a lot of agita if you check after each stitch to make sure that nothing is twisted at the very least. Dan Twin Turbo says, have you done a USA one? Yes, I'm working on it right now. Those accent colors are very clear in person to be red, white, and blue America colors, but excuse me, not but and the background is black. And then the next one I order when I get more on the next order of more raw material, I'm going to order more and I'm going to start doing some for the 4th, for the 250th anniversary. And they will be more. I probably won't use the black background. That's the only thing that it's not. I won't endorse it as like a real July 4th lanyard keychain because it's not quite with that black background to me. It's not quite July 4th, but the accent colors are. So do with that what you will. Yeah. And if we stream all night tonight, there's a good chance that I will finish all 3 of these and put them up. Detriment says, it's 5 here again, and I'm wondering if I truly need sleep. Oh my god, Detriment. Why are you doing this to yourself? You're crazy. Go to sleep. I am a freaking. I was zombified all day long because my sleep schedule is changing. That's why I think I'm going to be. It's going to take me a few more days to become a fully formed vampire. Dan Twin Turbo says they're gonna be more vibrant. Yes, they will. Javier Spino 621 says unique and interesting ASMR and love the mic. Thank you, Javier. You are too kind. We really appreciate it. It is a good headset microphone. It's one of the better ones. It's not cheap. Many years ago, when it's old now, many years ago when I purchased it, it was like $80 or something. It was not cheap at all. But it is not the best for what we want to do here. And we will probably be getting a Blue Yeti or maybe a Shure or maybe a Rode very soon. Before we upgrade the cameras, we're definitely going to upgrade the audio for obvious reasons. And thank you, Javier. And Twin Turbo says, I would do the middle part blue and the rest of it red and white. Right. And I can get bulk white very easily. I can get it all very easily. And I 100% agree with you. And it is going to happen. And it is going to happen very soon. Potentially within the next couple of days. We have basically a month to see how many red, white, and blue themed keychains we can produce. I'm hoping that these, with these four colors, we have neon, we have black and white, we have this cool orange, we have this woodland camo sort of thing. I love this color. This blue with red. So here we are, red, white, and blue. But those are like blue background with like red and white accents, right? And it'll still look really good. And I have a navy blue and I have this kind of like turquoise. Okay. And then I have a lot of black. And I'm going to be able to create, you figure, if I do 5 strings only, if I don't do a 6 string, if I limit myself to 5 strings, I've got enough for one. Consider that black will be a base. Not that you guys can help me choose maybe colors, we'll see. But just thinking about raw material turning into a finished product for 5 string only. If I go to 6 string, I might be cutting my raw material in half. Um, one, two, three, three. And so like when I have one left over, I will take it and I will make a 2 or a 3 string or a 4 string, maybe, with some black or something. I'll figure it out. So one, two, three, as far as 5 strings are concerned. We probably have enough for 3 more. We're going to finish those 3, and then we have 3 more, and I will need more raw material Wednesday, Thursday, by the end of the weekend, hopefully. Monday by the latest. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's a lot of stitching. It's a lot. Every keychain is like 40 to 50 stitches. Dan Twin Turbo says, I'm surprised you don't have many followers. Your work is great. We started 2 weeks ago, Dan. We just got on TikTok about a week or two ago. And thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've never sold these before. I did them for friends. I did them for myself. There was a few times where I've had friends that were in hospitals for a really long time. And so you find yourself with a lot of time on your hands where you're sitting around doing nothing. And so I would entertain myself by making these, and then I would wear them, and then someone would comment and say thank you, and I would take it off of my ring and I would hand it to them, and they would be like, and then to come back later and they would still have it was very impressive. But and then my aunt always told me that I should make these and sell them. She told me I should sell them, among other people, but I always remember her saying it, so she gets credit. And so thank you so much for your compliments. I really, really appreciate it. And if you follow and if you want to get one, oh my God. If you can't or don't want to get one, that's totally fine. I don't care. If you follow and if you liked the videos and if you shared it, that would be insanely helpful. Thank you so, so much. Megan says, hey, you're still awake. Good morning, darling. LOL. Good morning, my darling Megan. My dearest Megan. I always loved the name Megan. I went to school with some Megans, and I had a crush on some girl named Megan. Yes, we are still awake, but we are going to take a break here shortly. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I really, 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 really appreciate it. We're going to take a break for a little bit, and then we'll come back online. And we'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much. I love you.